Hey guys, Veebat here with another V-Plays. Game started a little late, I don't know what the glitch was, but we're going to do some GA work here. We're taking a look at the IL-2t. This is the first aircraft that you get that has access to a tail gunner when it comes to the Russian line. And that actually gives you a bit of survivability increase here. I have this thing fully upgraded, so it has the large 37mm cannons on it. Oh, let's drop. Oh, we're gonna need to drop both if I want to get that. And a 1,000-pound bomb available for it. There is a lot of fighting going on here. There's only one other player in the match. You can counter GAs with your GA, and one of the things that kind of makes this game a little bit easier to do is people don't expect GAs to shoot their guns at you. The bots don't do it. So when a player does it, it throws some of the guys off when they come in and think that they can just head on a GA. Now this aircraft doesn't have the speed and maneuverability to really be able to do that effectively, but it can do it. It is a capability, and it's something that you can use as a force multiplier, as the lack of awareness of the people that are going to be coming after you. These bots are not going to be the same type of thing. But there we go. Now we can flip this around and I can start going after these ground attack targets. Now you see that all these tents are in one small little cluster. That means that I got to take out all of them in order for me to be able to get what I need out of this capture zone in order to get max experience out of it. And we're going to take out the last tent here. Got it. Guns are starting to overheat. I got the flaps on so we can increase our time that we're doing this. There we go. Kind of running out of... There we go. Running out of time before the enemy starts hitting us here. Using the flaps to decrease our speed, and it gives you a little bit of lift. Launching all the rockets, and that captured the zone. We're carrying 2,000-pound bombs. I think I may have already mentioned that. We get 8 rockets. They're the same rockets you get on the predecessor. We could have had 4 500-pound bombs, but the 2,000-pound bombs, I did the math, it ends up being about the same, but with the blast radius you can drop one and take an entire target. 37mm, they're these big things hanging off the wings. They are great for sniping targets. They can hit them out further than 3,000 meters out, which means that you can really get your snipe on with these bad boys. I want to gain a little bit of altitude because you saw I was getting kind of low as I went into that target. These sights are nice because it has 3 soft targets represented by the circles in the back, which means I can take those out with the guns very easily. Now these cannons can... Whoop, that's going to be bad. Lost my wing, lost my tail. Flaps on, flaps on. That's how you maintain your altitude. But we are in the middle of all of this gunfire, so we're going to try and get a little bit away from that one, and we're actually going to drop a bomb on this one in order to increase our survivability. Flaps back on for the turn, dropping them on this target, and we're going to try and get some separation from this zone so we can recoup some of our health, because if we die in here, we're not going to be helping our team at all. There is a plane behind us. I'm going to throw some gunfire on him. If we can kill him, that'll give us some capture points. And we're still shooting at this guy now. Getting some of that hit point pulled back right now. Try and get the guns on the target. Now, likelihood of me hitting this guy is very low, but if I can get the guns on target, they will wreck a small fighter like this. You saw how much damage I did to a GA. Imagine what happens when I hit a fighter. Now this is not what you really should be doing with this aircraft. You should be using this aircraft to destroy ground targets. I'm going to launch a rocket at that guy. That should be able to take that out. And now the airfield's ours. The nice thing about this airfield is it has a repair station, so as long as we're not taking damage for a little bit, we can start healing up over this repair site. Don't destroy the repair sites if you're going to capture the site, because it will not respawn until the timer for the lockout is completed. Now we started late, but we're already coming back. I'm going to ditch these 2 rockets, that way I can get that timer going, 90 seconds before they come back, 10 seconds till I get my bombs back, and we're going to go towards the middle and try and flip this again, which is fine because we still have the cap advantage, we still have the points advantage, and now I can come in here and get some more points for destroying ground targets, which is what we wanted. Am I close enough? Yep, looks like they're hitting, so further than 3,000. I am running premium ammo on, well, I say premium, I said that in the last video too. I'm running universal ammo to increase the chance that I will start a fire on the aircraft. Now, this is what I was talking about with the 1,000-pound bombs. That will kill the site, the whole site. Oh, that's a lag if I've ever seen one. That flipped the zone. Whew, that was pretty heinous. Now, they captured our zone, and I'm actually going to head there because if I go towards their garrison down to the south, then I'm going to be near their spawn. And the only thing over here is another ground attack, which is low health, and I might be able to finish off to keep him out of our area, and a bomber. Bomber's not going to get me. GA, I would like to get him before he starts heading for our airfield so we can maintain that cap advantage. And we are causing them problems at their garrison as well, which is keeping a lot of the planes distracted. Oh, is this guy going to go for the mid? Maybe. Now these guns are really hard to hit in aircraft with. This is not what they're really meant for. We have a lot more health. Oh yeah, we got him. Whew. He hit T to go to the tail gunner, if you are not aware. And that worked out pretty well for us.
Victory is in sight.
Pull up,
Keep
pull
it
up. That was a little bit heinous. That was a nasty turn I made there. Now you shouldn't be going up and over like this, but I'm doing kind of a modified Engelman, if you would. And we got the zone, and I managed to kill a ground target too. So now we have air superiority. We've almost got rank 1, but unfortunately we're gonna cap before I get a chance to do anything else in this battle. Use your boost in between zones. Just throttle it up and just go as fast as you can. The IL-2t is just as slow, at least feels just as slow as any other aircraft that you would be flying at this tier. Or you have been flying all the way up until this tier, I should say. Not too bad, not too bad. For starting late, I'd consider that a good match. We did kill 15 ground targets. We never died. We've got grade 2 attacker. We were first on the team. We managed to kill 4. We killed 4 ground attack planes. Okay, cool. I remember killing 2 and then that third one at the end, but I guess I killed another one that I might have forgotten about. I don't know, but cool. Tail gunner went to work on a few of those as well. This tail gunner can be upgraded to a 50 cal, or at least the Russian equivalent to a 50 cal machine gun. It starts out with just a light machine gun, and we'll go over a little bit of that when I get the end results screen up here. Yeah, there's the bad boy right there. Come on, results screen. Always takes forever. We got a token out of that. Sweet. I'll take it. Got a bit of experience. That was my ×2, so 4,911. We're looking at, oh, I guess I completed part of a weekly mission. Cool. We were top on the team by far. I mean, we were playing against one other player, and we definitely crushed their faces. We made some money. I mean, you would make money without premium as well, as long as you did pretty well. Running the premium ammo, or the universal ammo gives you the ability to have a chance to start fires. So that's what we were looking for. Not only with the 7.62s, which is really cheap. It's only 1,200 silver per gun. It's ×2. And then 10,800 for the 37. That's really pricey, but they already have an increase in causing critical damage. So you can see here with the 7.62, their bonus is mostly to fire, and the universal ammo is for critical damage with a slight buff to fire damage. You could swap this around and you could put on incendiary bullets, but then you'd be paying gold for it. This is only going to cost me silver, and it is a hefty fine, or a hefty cost. You can see here it was 35,240 silver to refill the ammunition on this aircraft. Looking at the upgrades, you start out with 20 millimeters. You work your way up to 23s. If you get the airframe upgrade, then you can get the 37 millimeters. Which, if you want to go for the IL-8, They'll be available on the IL-8. If you go for the IL-10, unfortunately, you're going to be starting from scratch again, but if you get the airframe upgrade, you'll get a newer set of 23s, and you'll get a total of 4 of them. So they'll all be very consistent across the board, and this aircraft is much faster by comparison. So if you look at the airspeed here, it caps off at 342. When you look at this aircraft, its airspeed fully upgraded is 233, and the IL-8 around 292. So I've been advised, hey V, don't worry about going with the IL-8. It sure gets those 47s, but they're not effective at going against air targets as well as ground targets. And being a player in a GA, it's going to be advantageous for you to be able to flip the tables on the enemy. They still have a really good range. They're not spectacular like it would be to snipe with the 37s, but you still get the 1,000-pound bombs and you get an upgraded rocket. So suggest if you're going to go down this line, maybe going for the IL-10. It does get a 20mm cannon, and that's when you really start to see more robust hits going on the enemy when it comes to the tail gunner. Having a tail gunner on this aircraft really changes things. There is a premium IL-2 that's a tier 5 that gets a tail gunner, and it's only a 7.62 machine gun, but with this guy, this is where it really changes when you're just going down the line. It is going to take about 63,000 XP in order to get to this aircraft. This is a long grind. You can see even with a ×2, it was only 4,900 XP. It took a bit of time. This is kind of neat, actually. There's this engine right here, the M82IR. It's a rotary engine. A rotary engine on this aircraft looks funny. I just thought it was interesting. I know that has nothing to do with anything. It increases the airspeed, it does all the mechanical stuff, but this thing with the rotary engine looks totally different. It doesn't have this hood scoop in the front like it does on this version of the airframe. I will be happy when I am done with this aircraft and I move on to the IL-10. It's relatively the same airframe in the way that it plays, but it's going to be faster, which will allow me to be able to get around that battlefield that much easier and make this a little bit more of an enjoyable run. Taking a look at the damage output, 360 at range, which is not too bad, and with the machine guns 428, but like we said, the machine guns are just there to start fires. In fact, now that I've actually looked at it and done the math, we don't need that. I'm just going with standard. Suggest maybe you try the same, unless you're having some real problems, but I thought the fire chance increased more. I never really looked at it. This crew is running protection expert as well as demolition expert, and for the gunner, he's doing defensive fire and he has endurance. Why does this guy have so many skills considering that I just got a tail gunner? Because I buckled down and got it, guys. I buckled down and I got this plane. I paid the money for it. I ran into some cash and I was told, get this V, you really like it, and I'll do a video on it, some more low altitude bombing runs, but this thing just prints credits, and I kind of regret not getting it initially. It's worth it. If you have the money to spend on it, and you're going to spend the time in the game, give it a shot. But we'll talk about that more in a later video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. IL-2t, first ground attacker with a tail gunner. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. I'm sure probably the don't likes is going to be, V, this video was only about 5 minutes of gameplay and about 10 minutes of talking. Yeah, I'll work on it. But nobody's really watching to say anything yet, so you'd be the first. Have a good one, guys. See ya.